Hi, so this is a first impression for Lattafa's Abiyedh Rouge. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. This is what the box looks like. The box is kind of cute, but I have seen other boxes from Lattafa, which is better. This is kind of like, but who cares? It's just a box. It's actually very pretty, considering on how affordable this is. So anyway, I did 15 full spritzes as soon as I got this one. This is only 2 fluid ounces. That is 75 milliliter. So I did 15 full press downs on the atomizer. In the beginning of it, probably the first 5, very, very strong, just alcohol smell, nothing else. After, I would say after a few minutes, maybe 2-3 minutes later, I can smell a very, very slight hint of sweetness to it. In about 10 minutes, all the smell just goes away. It just dissipates, and what is stuck is just alcohol. You know, like rubbing alcohol, the one that you go to the drugstore, and it's just, I don't know, like $1 or whatever. 1 to 2 hours later, it smells like a mix of overly ripe, rotting fruit and garbage in a hot summer day. Like just sickly, overly sweet, and like rotting. Do you know that kind of, like when you pass by, you must have smelled something like that. It's not pleasant at all, but it does happen. About 4 hours, it smells like leftover food that has expired. So like something that you left in the fridge and it's been sitting there for maybe 2 weeks or something. 6 hours later, I can still smell it on the rag. It's starting to smell better. So for my first impression, which I don't do any of these Arabian fragrances on my skin anymore or on myself in the first time, because it smells nothing like other people are hyping up on other platforms and other accounts. I believe this is I'm probably the only one that's very, very honest about it. And I wouldn't recommend you doing this. I wouldn't recommend any Arabian fragrance, or even any fragrance, unless like it's really from a fragrance house that you really trust. I have a list on my end. However, from my experience, Arabian fragrances, majority of the time, it's either they have no smell or they're broken. So watch my other Arabian first impressions and you're going to understand. So I am very hopeful, though, that if I do the maceration process, which what you're supposed to do is spray it minimum of 5 times, 2, 10, or 15 times, and it starts the maceration process. And depending on when or how the formulation is done, it really is like shooting in the dark. So this is my experience on this particular fragrance, but I am doing this with every single Arabian fragrance out there. So if anybody is curious, it's going to be there, and I'm going to update every single month. So anyway, going back to that, it starts to smell better about 6 hours. So can you imagine if I just spray this on me, where you see them on like TikTok and YouTube and Insta and doing all that. Look, I just did it on unboxing. It smells so great. Not from my experience. It doesn't do that at all. It's faint. It smells bright and sweet. Day 2, it is basically rotten food. Day 3, it is still rotten food, and day 4 is rotten food. What I could tell you is, I wouldn't recommend holding the cap. This is what happens. Oh, right now it's actually functioning. This is the first time. Wow. So before, when I tried to pull it out of the box, oh, there it is. It just, it would have dropped. I wouldn't recommend any fragrance anyway that you pull from the cap itself, regardless if it's Arabian or non-Arabian, because of that. You know, it's the cap is just to seal the atomizer to make sure that it's not leaking that. And I've only used this when I got it and I wanted to record the video right away. So that is my first impression, and I will check this out in 30 days or in a month to see if there is any kind of difference. What I could tell you is the bottle is very beautiful. I was very impressed. And I was thinking the bottle is very beautiful and familiar, and here's what I'm going to show you. This is Jour de Hermès by Hermès, and I have this one, as you can see. They kind of followed how it looks, except for like these have edges everywhere, and the top here is a little bit wider, and it kind of narrows down a little bit. This is 100 ml or 3.4 fluid ounces, which is the typical large. And as you can see, this is thinner, and this is squarish. This is more rectangular. This is taller, but this is less liquid. And as you can see, it says here Jour de Hermès. Can you see that? Jour de Hermès right there? Yep, there it is. And for the Lattafa one, it says Lattafa, but it's not written in the way that Hermès did it. You can't read it that way because this is the front of it. So you could read Jour de Hermès, and I'll put it right there. And I also do have Jour de Hermès Absolu. I do not wear these fragrances so much because they're very... I just haven't had the time or the occasion to wear these. These are kind of... This is a very summery or spring. It's a very bright fragrance. And this is more of like a very powerful fragrance, in my opinion. These kind of smell similar. However, they're very, very different, and I have both. And these will last forever. The oils are very strong. I actually got a sunburn from this one when I wore it because I was out in the sun, and the oil was just sitting on my arm. So I just wanted to do a comparison. I am not doing a review on these two because I already did. This is for the first impression for Abiyedh. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly. Rouge. So please let me know in the comment section on how to say it correctly. But I wanted to say that I thought the bottle was very beautiful, beautifully made. I always thought the bottles for Jour de Hermès were actually very beautifully made. And I wanted to point that out because they did a great job on this one. I also like the cap on here. I know in my fragrances, I never really... I mean, I appreciate the bottle designs and all that. What I do appreciate the most is the inside of it. However, you know, I wouldn't want something to look kind of wonky. I would still like my bottles to look pretty. It doesn't have to be overly exaggerated. Like, I don't like those kind of bottles. So this one is, I feel like, is very classy looking. And please send me some, like, positive vibes and positive energy that in 1 month, this is actually going to be better. Because everywhere people are saying that it smells so great, blah, blah, blah. And a lot of people were saying that this is like an exact dupe for, I can't even say the name of the fragrance. Baccarat Rouge. I've tried that one. It does not smell like this at all. So I don't know what people are smelling. Because a lot of people are saying this is a total dupe for it. And I never smelled the Baccarat Rouge. I had a vial of it and a decant. And it does not smell like this at all. This is actually better. Like, I do not like Baccarat Rouge. I mean, there was a phase that I liked that fragrance. There was a phase that I bathed in that fragrance. But it does not smell like this one. It smelled more of like Ralph Lauren. And that was like a grade school fragrance that I had. I think it was grade school. Yeah, it's the blue bottle. They still sell that. It's a blue bottle, and I remember when I got it, I'm like, I'm old enough to have this fragrance. You know what I mean? And that was like my go-to fragrance. I still remember that. Like, I would bathe in it. But this does not smell like that. So I could have gotten a wrong decant. I doubt it because all the other fragrances. But, you know, mistakes happen. So if you have this fragrance, I am new to Arabian fragrances. If you have advice, tips, anything other than what I've already been doing, let me know down in the comment section. If you have this, how are you liking it, and when did it start to smell good for you if it didn't smell good in the very beginning? Was it month 1, 2, 3? Everyone has a different experience when it comes to Arabian fragrances. Some people have shared it took only 2 weeks. It's not necessarily this particular fragrance, but Arabian fragrance, 2 weeks. Some people say 1 to 2 months. Some people say 6 months. One person said 10 months. One person said 1 year. So that's why I'm doing this, and I'm going to keep on documenting it every single month. And wish me luck on that, because I really, really want to love these fragrances. They're very beautiful. And the ones that actually do have a great smell, aside from them being broken and always leaking, which is kind of unfortunate from my research, supposedly it's not even the right smell yet. It's not the right smell, it's already beautiful. So I'm really expecting all the Arabian fragrances to be spectacular. Thank you everyone for the love and support. If you have other suggestions for anything, if you want to reach out, everything is in the description section. Where you can get this is in the description section. That would really, really help. And stay tuned for more. And let me know what else is out there I should look forward to. So thank you everyone for the love and support. You have a wonderful day. Bye.